Last year, I lost 30 pounds and then I ended up gaining it all back. And honestly, that's been a part of a much longer pattern for me. For over 20 years, weight loss and poor body image have been not so silently controlling my life. In my early 20s, I finally got myself to a point where I was at a healthy weight and actually felt pretty comfortable in my own skin. However, in my late 20s, after giving birth to my daughter, I found myself at over 250 pounds again, and I was back to feeling uncomfortable and insecure. I have been trying to lose this weight since giving birth to my daughter almost 6 years ago, and it's been a pretty big yo-yo process so far. Back in September of 2025, I really thought that I was getting into the flow of things, and I saw my weight drop to the lowest I had seen it in a very long time. Unfortunately, not too long after, I fell off track and I gained back the 30 pounds that I had lost. So in the last few weeks, I've been slowly trying to get back on track and start losing the weight that is causing me not only physical, but emotional pain as well. And I started with only 2 simple rules. 1, no binge eating, and 2, no late night snacking. I would be lying if I said that I followed those rules perfectly, but I did make progress, which led me to losing 5 pounds. But then I hit a plateau. So last week, I started to actively get back into the process of losing weight, paying more attention to calories, nutrition labels, portion sizes, weighing my food, and tracking my daily intake. It definitely hasn't been perfect, but I've been making progress and I intend to keep improving. This past week has felt different from when I was actively trying to lose weight last year. I feel like I'm approaching it more calmly and with more realistic expectations, both in how long it will take and how quickly I can expect to change certain habits. I have struggled with binge eating since childhood. A lot of times it's come from eating for comfort and out of boredom, and it's led me to have a very unhealthy relationship with food. When I'm stressed or bored, I get a lot of food noise. Late at night while watching TV, I also get a lot of food noise, and that was usually when I would do my late night snacking. I find myself constantly fixating on food. The more I eat, the fuller I get, and for some reason, the more I want. But then by the end, I feel awful, physically, emotionally, and mentally. I feel like I failed, and then I want to react by swinging all the way over to the other side of the extreme. But that's when I usually make things worse. In the past, I would decide to go cold turkey and completely cut certain foods out of my life. But instead of solving the problem, it would just make me think of those foods even more. The harder I tried not to want them, the more that I would crave them, and then the cycle would just repeat. So this time, I'm focusing on balance instead, and I've been making sure to have foods that are healthy and easy access, ready to go in my fridge for when I am feeling really snacky and just wanting to eat out of boredom or comfort. Things like celery and carrots with hummus, or having things like jumbo freezies for when I have those sweet sugary cravings. And then for my meals, I've been really trying to prioritize fiber and protein. And I'm also trying to drink at least 3 liters of water a day, but that one has been a huge struggle for me, I'm not gonna lie. I've also been getting back into daily walks and wearing my little Fitbit again, which has been really motivating because I get to see like all my steps and calories burned and all that stuff. Being outside going for my walks has also been really helpful for my anxiety and mental health. Because I've been through this cycle before, I'm nervous to get too excited. I know how quickly motivation can fade for me. So this time, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time so that I can build something that is more sustainable. This past week wasn't perfect, but it was successful and I feel proud of it. I've also been focusing on staying just more generally active, whether that be housework, going for walks, or sometimes just dancing around listening to music. Just making sure that I'm moving more throughout the day. I'm also moving in about 4 weeks, so I'm going to be focusing a lot on packing and getting things organized. It's actually really helpful because it keeps me both physically and mentally occupied. I'm going to keep going for my walks, continuing to aim for at least 10,000 steps a day, and I'm going to try and keep tracking my foods to the best of my ability and keeping easy, healthy options available. This past week, I saw just under 3 pounds come off the scale, but I am trying not to put too much weight on that number because I find that if the number doesn't align with what I hope for it to, then it can get very discouraging and cause me to fall off track again. So I'm trying to consistently remind myself that progress isn't always linear and I just need to keep on going. I'm a mom to a daughter. She's getting older and she's becoming a lot more aware of what's going on around her in her life. I really want to be a good example for her. And I want to be healthy enough to be here for her as long as I possibly can. I want a long, active, and healthy life. That's really what this is about. Not just losing weight, but building habits that I can stick to and building a healthier future for me and my family. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to follow me on my weight loss journey, then please subscribe. I really appreciate you being here, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!